Okay, it's time for yet another unboxing. I just got this one in the mail today, and I believe this one will be Monster Slaughter from Ankama Games. I think that's how it's pronounced. This has been delivered to me by Afterworks, who handles quite a lot of the Kickstarter distribution here in Australia. So let's go ahead and get this one open. Okay, open up the box. And, ooh, this one comes with peanuts. These wonderful. Another company, oh, it's Earthworks, they use these biodegradable ones. So I did buy these extra little bowls, a big one and a small one, that have Monster Slaughter written on them. That's cool. Bowl. Designed by Board Game Bowls Limited, which is a company that makes bowls for board games. Very nice. So I can just put my my tokens in there, which is cool. All right, so let's clear out all this stuff. There we go, and here it is. They're nicely wrapped up. A tight little sheet of bubble wrap. Actually, quite a large box. Okay, and here we go. There we go. There's the box. It's actually huge. It's one of the bigger boxes I've come across. I might do some size comparisons in a minute. There's the side of the box. There's the top of the box. Lots of pictures of the various characters that you can play as. So this is a game where you get to play as a family of monsters. The basic game gives you vampires, zombies, flesh golems, or werewolves, and then there's a lot of extra ones from Kickstarter. And then you are competing to be the most successful at killing these little teenagers that are in this cool 3D cabin. All right, awesome. All right, we'll get that open. Okay, there we go. Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's interesting. So that was actually on the back of the box. So what's the real back of the box look like? Ooh, I didn't expect that. Usually this is what's on the back of your standard game box, but in this one, I suspect because it doubles as a game board, that the bottom of the box just has this symbol. All right, time to have a look inside. And not the most snug lid. I can almost get this thing off of here with one hand. I can never do that. Look at that. Just pops right off. There's the box made of cardboard. And inside we have, I think, all the Kickstarter exclusive content. Not all of which is exclusive, I think. And that goes all the way to the bottom. All right, give me a second to pull. Okay, so as you can see, this is everything that's in the box. And this over here is the bottom of the box, but it also doubles as a big part of the game board. So this is the cabin where all your teenagers are going to be hiding. I think this is actually quite clever. It'll be interesting to see how it holds up in the long term. But what a neat idea. The bottom of the box is actually the game board. Really efficient. All right, so let's have a look inside this bit. The old cardboard single lid thingy. Ooh, all right. We've encountered a piece of paper that is taped on to hold everything in place. And that's no longer a problem. All right, so on the top we have some more pieces of the game board. So this all assembles together. Does it? Well, that's interesting. Yes, it does. Okay, so this assembles together and it actually goes around the outside of the game board. So then you have little areas to put all your cards and tokens so you can keep track of the game. So it's kind of nicely set up. It's obviously going to have a big footprint on the table, but at the same time, you know where everything goes, which is always helpful, especially if there's a lot of somewhat complicated rules. And here we have, looks like, these are the interior walls of the cabin. So in the end, I think you basically just assemble this cabin with all of its walls, and then it packs back up, so you don't have to take it back apart every time. All right, so that's the first layer of plastic insert. I've been given a huge bag of sleeves. I can't remember if these were free at stretch goal or something I paid extra for. I don't think I paid extra for them, so that's cool. So sleeves to put all the cards in. I like sleeves, I've got tons, but it's always good to get some previous. And now we're getting down to the miniatures. Miniatures. As you can see, all of the monster families are color-coded. Very nice, hard plastic. So this is the Maniacs. I thought they were going to be red. No, the clowns are red. These guys are orange. So this is Daddy Maniac. He's got a chainsaw and a hockey mask. Come on, focus. There you go. So nice. Well, that's pretty good, actually. I was expecting it to be, for some reason, a softer plastic, but that's a nice hard plastic. Did you hear it? It went clunk, clunk. Oh, no. Very cool. So here's Maniac Jr. Come on, focus. And Mrs. Maniac, or Lady Maniac, or, you know, however you want to call her. But she's got like a Freddy Krueger hand going on, I think. Cool, all right. And then that was just the first ones I grabbed. Here's the werewolf. This is like the standard box. That's Daddy Werewolf. I've always had an affinity for werewolves since I was young. Always liked them. You know, because they're werewolves. They change into big wolves and go out and eat people. I don't know. That's what they do. It's not something I've ever done, but you know, seems like they live kind of a party life. Look at this guy. It's Kid Werewolf. He's got a skateboard. Really, actually, I'm impressed with the detail on these minis. Like, they're kind of cartoony, but they're very nice. They're not, there's no sense that they've sort of just been, I don't know how to say it. Like, sometimes they have a lot of detail in the original designs, and then they sculpt them or mold them, and they have this sort of melty, soft, mushy appearance. But these are all really solid and look great. They look great. Oh, wow, look at that. There's a ton of minis in here. What are the purple ones? These are the zombies. Zombie mom. Zombie kid. Man, what are we gonna do about these kids? Here's a big bag of dice. I could have bought extra dice, but I didn't. And actually, these are nice looking dice. But I don't think you totally needed them, so I didn't. Ooh, and little color cubes. Oh, it's like little pieces. Here's the doors. So there's unbroken doors, and I think those are broken doors. I don't know. They all fit into the game at all. And these are, there's a lot of extra victims. So these are people that show up, can have surprise guests at the cabin. So this is like a Ghostbuster looking, looks like Egon from the cartoon show, The Real Ghostbusters, if you remember. And here's here's one of the main teenagers. She looks a bit like a very skinny Velma. She's doing like a kung fu pose. Again, actually, very happy with the quality that these miniatures turned out with. Did I mention there was mummies? Mummy. What's she doing? Just, you know, just posing with her rod of power or whatever that thing is. There was some, where's the, there's supposed to be, there's another whole other layer. All right, let's lift this up. I could look at all of these. Why don't we just lift it up and have a look at the next level? God, there's even more. There's so many of these surprise guest victims. They all have different abilities. Look at this guy. That's the Man in Black homage satire guy. It's gonna be good. And look, couldn't leave out Scoobs. But he's more of a Doberman instead of a Great Dane. Nice. The Ghost, look at that. And it's translucent. That's cool. You know, and these are all families that you can choose. You get to play, you choose a family of monsters and you choose them, and that's who you use to murder the teenagers in the cabin and whoever shows up to help them out. There's the clowns, evil clowns. This one looks a bit like Harley Quinn. Cool. Ah, yeah. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with this. What's it? Fishman. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Fish Kid. Man, these look great. I'm impressed. I'm actually really happy. Oh, more cards. Why not? Alright, there's so many cards I haven't even keep track, but these are character cards for the special guest and the monsters, so you can see, you know, what their attributes are. 2 lightning bolts, 3 dice, and extra eyeball. I don't know what that is. 4 heart, -1 die. So they have effects. Oh yeah, gremlins. Look at that. Gremlins. So they're a bit of a mixture between gremlins and what were those little rollerball creatures from the 80s? I can't even remember. But there's Gizmo, so it's probably gremlins. So he's one of your enemies in this game. This interfering, benevolent, do-gooder guy, friend to the humans, also potential food. All right, and here's the little extra. This is the base of the expansion extra cabin, so that hangs off to the side, and this little tool shed. Oh my god, there's so much in here. I'm not even going to be able to get through it all. My back's starting to hurt just digging through all this. Rulebook. Scenarios. Am I ever even going to play this game? Or I'm just going to play with all the pieces? I'll probably play the game. I have to play the game. Whoa. And probably, I question if we really need quite so many of these tokens. But heck, why not? I didn't make the rules for the game. I'm sure it makes sense. They're really good quality though, I have to say. Thick, nice matte coat. Punch boards, just everywhere. There's another, oh look, more punch boards. Look, brains and hearts. Wound and madness tokens, toxic something other, fire. This game just goes on and on. Except I'm at the bottom, that's the end of the box. So hopefully all this will pack back up into the box. All right, let's have a look at some of these cards. So, where are they? I've got them all here. Let's have a closer look at these ones. Open them up. Open up the cards and see what they're like. So, just pull that off of there. Cool. So these are the monster. This is the vampire mom. On the back is the little vampire logo. So we got vampire mom, vampire dad, kid vampire, werewolves, Frankensteins, or flesh golems for, I don't know, copyright reasons. Zombies, maniacs, aliens, mummies, and then a ton of these other cards. So these are the Monster Slaughter events, things that can happen during the game. Look at the top 3 Nocturnal event cards, then return them to the top of the deck in any order. Flash forward. Fury. Move your active monster by up to 2 zones. Follow normal move rules. So these are just things that you can, cards that can vary the gameplay so it's not too predictable. Booby trap. A booby trap just went off. Roll 1 reaction die immediately. If successful, your search is over and your active monster cannot perform any more actions this turn. Whoa. And then there's, what are these things called? Ambidextrous. Victims, except for the dog, may receive up to 2 object cards during the round. I don't know what that's about. Some sort of, looks like things that help Help the victim. Switcheroo. At the start of this round, each player may move 2 death order markers, but cannot move their favorite meal marker or any marker representing a dead party guest. Cool. All right, we'll look at some more of these. All right, so this is the cards for the victims. And there's so many of them. And these are weapons that you can give them to give them an advantage. As you can see, there's a little marker in the corner. This one is very effective against the maniacs. Bit of gasoline. Lots and lots and lots and lots of these to use against the monsters. So during the game, you give these weapons to the victims so that your competing monster family, the other players, have a more hard time winning the game. Just pull that off one-handed. And there's tons more. I don't even know what these are for. I explained it, or it was explained, but I don't know. I have to like get a game in my hands and read through the instructions and spend time playing it before I understand it. More weapons. Just tons of weapons. So much fun. Oh, the Necronomicon. Can't go wrong with that. Or can you? And then so there's the clown family, the ghost family, the what do you call them? Creature from the Lagoon family, the gremlin family, which is a bit different, and more of these nocturnal events and traits. So there you are. A ton of cards, a ton of sleeves to put them in, a ton of punch, what do you call it? Tokens, a couple of nice wooden bowls to put them in, a ton of miniatures, and a big old box and game board to put them in. So that's everything from Monster Slaughter. I might put the game board together just to have a look. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all next time.